Welcome to Watch What Crappens. To get our videos as soon as they're released instead of waiting for a week, head over to our Patreon. That's also where you'll find our bonus episodes and our Discord community. We love you guys. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Watch What Crappens. I'm Ronnie, and that's Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
Good. Welcome to McBee Dynasty Day, Ben. Your favorite show's back on television this week. How'd you feel about it?
You know what? How did you feel about it?
I love it. I think it's great. I cracked up.
Great.
I crack up. I love the great chicken drama of 2025. I'm in. Macha versus Galyna. Galyna coming in drunk to work. And that crazy laugh that she has. I love that psychopath. Love her.
Well, very exciting times. Just a heads up, we are doing Amazon Live. I don't know when you're hearing this, but if you hear it in time or if it already happened, well, go check out the replay. We are on Amazon Live, our first ever foray into it. We're going to have so much fun with it. Can't wait to talk about all the fun recommendations. We're going to just, it's us. We're going to be silly.
Shop. We're going to talk. We're going to
talk and shop.
Kiki, the kids say.
We will not be drunk like Galyna. We will be sober when doing it.
I don't know. It's at 5:30 p.m. We can be drunk. There's no law.
It's happy hour. Drunk. Also, just a shout out to Chelsea Devantez, Glamorous Trash. I am on the latest episode talking about Sheena Shea's new autobiography called My Good Side. So definitely go check out Glamorous Trash. Thank you, Chelsea, for having me on. I had such a fun time. Lots of laughter.
Good times. All right, let's jump into some McBee Dynasty. Last we saw McBee Dynasty, they're just children. They're just children.
Kayla seemed to be riding off to greener pastures back home, and then she came to find out poor Steven had invited her to his gender reveal. I mean, the whole deal is confusing to me at this point. I mean, you're putting smoke outside a helicopter, and one is pink and one is blue. We're going to confuse the geese down below. What about the cows? I mean, you'll wind up hitting a combine into a combine if I know anything about farming.
What if that baby comes out identifying as a tractor? What do you do then? What's the color for that?
Previously on McBee Dynasty, I learned how to make a flyer using Microsoft Word, and we got some good clip art out of it, and I made up a good pun that said, is it going to be a McHe, a McShe, or a McTractor? Stay tuned.
Meanwhile, yours truly here rolled out the welcome wagon for the new Russian in town, Masha. And I ain't no weather girl, but I think there's a storm a brewing. Can Someone Tessa just do my life like this? I just want Tessa to narrate my life. And there Ronnie goes, getting out of bed at 12 p.m., even though his dog got him up at 6 a.m., reading some trashy teenager young adult bullshit before he eat 10 bagels in a row. There he goes. Good luck, children.
I think this show needs a lot more Tessa and a lot less Steven. That's going to be my note. Because Tessa is the most entertaining part of the whole. Well, I mean, Galyna is probably the most entertaining part, but Tessa is like the one that I enjoy. Like, she's actually the only person who I like. My heart like actually opens up a centimeter when I see her on screen, and everyone else, I'm just like, oh. But like, Tessa, give us more Tessa. Why do we only get her in these opening scenes here?
Yeah, I think it was very smart to make Tessa the narrator of this after Steve Sr. left. Because she's keeping it together. Well, someone made a mess of the lodge, not to mention that hen house. That's what I consider foul play. Someone gonna explain that to me? I don't really get that.
Why would a chicken be playing baseball?
So Allie, she's at a place called The Fine Stitch. She's trying on wedding dresses for her friends who are all named like Hallie, Callie, and Bally. And then Steven Jr., he's, everyone, guess what? Harvest season's coming up, so we're going to have a meeting. So y'all, guess what? We need to harvest. Always be harvesting. ABC, always be harvesting. Steven, there's no C in harvest. Oh, yeah, there is now, because we're McBees, and we put C's in everything that we want. Okay, when we want to do it, we do it because we're $6 million in debt.
It's a kickoff to the McHarvest. All right. McHarvest, McBee Farm, Harvest Harv. He's like, yeah, the harvest is our Super Bowl. Oh, okay. I'm sure the Super Bowl is your Super Bowl because y'all have Super Bowl. I mean, gays can say things
actually,
like
yes.
that, right? Where we're like, oh, yeah, you know, the Beyonce concert, that's our Super Bowl because we're gay. You guys already have your Super Bowl. It's called the fucking Super Bowl, Steven.
Yeah, you have the Super Bowl. You have it.
Jesus.
Although I have the Super Bowl too because I love football. So then Kala is at her condo and she's calling her mom to be like, I'm at the condo, mom. And then we go to a truck. I mean, least shocking words said recapping this show. We
Is
go
someone
to a truck.
conceiving a baby?
We're going to the truck and it's Cole and Casey and Masha calls. And Masha's like, hello, Cole, how are you? And he's like, good. Casey and I just heading into town right now. She's like, oh, good. Well, I just got to ranch and I really don't want to be here by myself. So I don't know if you guys can meet me here, but I always hear that the ranch goes well with cold cuts and you are Cole and I'm at the ranch. So I would really appreciate it. Please come by.
No,
Thank
I'm
you.
not coming over there. You made your own bunny stew. You fucking sit there and stew in it yourself. I'm not going to go over there and clean up your crap, okay? Have my dad do it, who you've been fucking cheating with, okay? Have that asshole come over and do it. I'm not doing that, Masha. But Cole's a West, so he's like, oh, we're just coming to town now so we can be there in 5 to 10. She's like, awesome. Thank you so much, Cole. Goodbye. So he's nervous. He doesn't want to go over there, but they have to because he has to clean up all of his dad's bullshit because his dad has led him to believe that he could one day lead McHarvest Day at the McBee Dynasty. Okay.
Yeah. So Casey's like, I really wish Galyna would move on from the Steven and Masha situation because Cole and I are already the ones who have to deal with it and go over and clean up the mess. I'm like, okay, well, Casey's she really comes alive on screen, I'll tell you that much. So
She really crackles that kid. But, you know, I feel for Casey the most because I feel like at least everybody else ends up with a hot guy, you know, and Casey has to do all this shit and she's just with the dumb one, you know. He's with
Casey and the
tiny
No
mouth.
Sunshine Bland.
Yeah. So then we get a flashback to Stephen Jr. talking about the $7,000 of damage to Masha's car and asking Galyna if she knew anything about it. And she's like, oh, no. No, I know nothing about that.
So Casey asked the question that we're all thinking. She hasn't gotten fired yet, right? I was like, nope.
No, she's got your balls in a vice. She runs the whole company. She's been helping this man probably with all of his shady business. She's going to take you all down. I wouldn't fuck with her.
Yeah. So they get to the ranch, and Cole's like, hey, how was your trip to, what was it called? Tulum? It's like, Tulum. Trip was great. And he's like, so, it's your first time being back? And she's like, yes, I am so anxious. Can we look at birdie? Look at chickens. Oh, no. Oh, no, Ginger missing. Ginger is my favorite chicken. Cole's like, oh, where's
Ginger's your
Ginger?
favorite.
Casey's like,
You've been
"Quack,
here for 5 days, Masha. Okay, Ginger's your fucking favorite. You're not bonding
know.
with chickens in this quick a time.
There was never a chicken named Ginger. I'm going to tell you that right now. So
And you people are
Casey's like,
farmers. You're
"Ginger's
selling animals to eat and to murder. So I'm not going to feel bad for your chicken running away. I'm rooting for the chickens. I mean, if anything, Galyna set those things free, like gave them a chance. You know, I saw chicken run, Masha.
yeah, Masha's like, she's like, oh, Ginger was friendliest chicken ever. I'm like, I guarantee she was just like all the other chickens. She was not a friendlier chicken. I'm just gonna say that.
Funny, that's
Chickens are
how
not like
Steve
that.
Sr. described you. So Casey's like, well, she probably stole him because the door was just wide open. Cole's like, yeah, anytime you leave a door open during dark, as soon as it gets dark, they're done for. Them chickens are done for. She's like, oh, this is like next level sick. What's next? What, is she going to sleep with the best friend's man and steal him away? God.
This is so sick and disturbing. Leaving a door open for a fox to come in and eat a chicken the way it would happen in nature. Disgusting. I mean, those chickens should be eaten by humans, not by foxes. What sort of
I
sick game is
know.
this?
We're supposed to be allowed to murder the chickens. Masha's like, I'm going to miss Ginger. I couldn't wait to eat her.
I like that the animal, honestly, the foxes sort of have the same feeling. Like, just no one wants to deal with this family. Because to be honest, there were still like 9 or 10 chickens left, including babies. Like, those predators were like, honestly, I really just don't fuck with those McBee chickens. I want something more high
to
quality.
show like how stupid chickens are. Like the door is open. You see fucking Ginger running.
Ginger knew what was up. No, but they also know. Like Ginger went out there. Look, Ronnie, I didn't tell you. I finally saw Sinners, as I mentioned about 5 times last week on the podcast. We all know what happens when you leave the barn.
Don't leave the barn.
Don't leave the barn. Ginger had the right instinct to be like freedom, but was it freedom comes at a price though, Ginger? Maybe we should talk about that.
What else is freedom, but nothing left to lose or whatever? Ginger, and
well,
if
Ginger
Ginger
had nothing
does
left
leave
to
the
lose.
barn, don't let Ginger back in the barn. Yeah, it's another lesson I feel like you guys need to learn.
Ginger's like, "Blook, blook. Guys, I really messed up and I don't like it out there, so I'm going to come back into the coop." Like, oh, welcome back, Ginger's like, so you guys are going to let me in or something? What? You going to let me in? Ginger, you've been in this coop a million times. So you going to let me in? Like, what's going on, guys? You let me in?
I can sing Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound.
Ginger, where'd you get that banjo? No, I'm just singing my songs. Just want to sing with you guys. Just want to jam with you guys. Ginger, we're chickens.
Like,
we're not even musicians. Okay, I'll end it now. Blip.
No, sorry. I thought it was over. It's never over. I should know
It
that
will never
by
end.
now. So Cole's like, so there's some chickens missing. We don't know where they're at, but I don't got proof it's Galyna, but, you know, I've been in some toxic fights. I almost had an ex-girlfriend run me over with the car one time.
Just want to say to that ex-girlfriend, you need to drive better. Okay,
Seriously,
next time,
get better.
if you're gonna start it, finish it.
Yeah, really. Can Galyna start giving driving lessons? That would be nice.
Like, how do you miss Cole? I'm sorry, that man is. You cannot tell me that man can get out of the way of a car easily.
So then back in the chicken coop, Cole's like, so when's the last time you and her talked? She says, I mean, it's been months. Well, have you ever thought about talking to her and just, you know, trying to figure it out, maybe get her to stop? She's like, what is there to figure? I cannot, can you imagine this conversation? What should I say? Could you stop killing my chickens? Could you?
I mean,
Could
it's
you
a
maybe
start.
stop killing Ginger?
It's a start. She's. I think that's a fair way to start a conversation. Could you please stop killing my chickens? Also, I just bought that frying pan. Could you not bash my boyfriend's hats in with it? Thanks.
Yeah, I like that. So he's like, okay, let's go in and look at the damage. It's a frying pan and some cowboy hats. You guys are so wussy in this family. I can't believe it. You're lucky that that's all Galyna did. I would have burned that fucking house down.
Yeah.
Well, not me. In case anybody I've ever dated has their house burned down. It wasn't me, but if I was Galyna, I could have done that.
Yeah, it could have been much worse. There was some issue with the dishwasher. I think she broke glass and put it in the dishwasher. She put random things in the dishwasher. She put like doggy treats in the dishwasher. And they see a footprint. And Casey's like, oh, well, you know, Galyna, she's always barefoot running around, always. I'm like, just a reminder that you're married to Cole, just so you know.
No kidding. You're dating a McBee. And she's like, yeah, she's like Elf. This is so crazy. She put dog treats in dishwasher with bare feet all over ground. Who does this? Little Elf. That's who. That is who. Kill Elf. I kill Elf from now on.
Galyna is really a very lazy, jilted ex. Because this is like, it's like, oh, I don't know. I'll put dog food in dishwasher and call it a day. I'm like, really?
Now the dogs think they don't get treat and they blame me for it. I can't even have dog as friend no more because of her. See, it's actually very smart. Galyna's like, I'm not only going to ruin your relationship with a man, but dog as well, you bitch.
Yeah. So Cole's like, well, I know why she's mad. And Masha's like, what is it? Well, I've said from the beginning, because she likes you and she likes my dad. Lesbians, they're crazy, right? I think she's a lesbian.
This is
What?
why we shouldn't let gay people read.
Don't say gay, otherwise they'll kill your frying pan.
She goes,
Casey's
this is
like-
crazy. And he's like, no, that's why she's so crazy. That's why. And Casey is like, I think the Cole's theory is right. Galyna did really like Masha when she first started bringing her around. Oh, must mean she wanted to go diving into the
Lady
dipper.
pond.
I mean, what the
Yep.
hell?
I mean, they started to dress the same. They started to talk the same. Have you seen you with your other cast members? You guys all wear the same thing from Marshalls. Okay.
Have you been
So
to a
she's like-
Russian restaurant?
And by the way, they show like Masha and Galyna on screen wearing totally different things. Like, look at them wearing the same things.
Meanwhile, we just saw your sister-in-law, your sister and soon-to-be-law, shopping for wedding dresses, and there were like two, and they looked exactly the same. So please be quiet.
So now we go back to the kitchen, and Masha's like, "This makes me like so sad." And Cole's like, "Well, I'm sorry this happened. It's crazy. Anyway, I got to go crash one tractor into another. See you, ladies." So now we go to Jesse and Allie's city house, and Steven Jr. pulls up, and their mom is there. They're having a big Chipotle lunch, the whole group. And they're all arriving, and they're joking about how
Cole's
Cole's
gonna be
always
late, don't you? You know that about Cole. It's always just so happy me and my family being together. I just love being around my family. I mean, Steve's gone. I can be more involved in their life. That motherfucker finally out of here. Stupid Steve. Probably be in jail soon, mother trucker. I have a huge business. It's huge now. Steven didn't think my business was going to be big. It's 3 times as big as it was when he had it. I mean, it was worth $5 then. I can almost pay for a movie ticket with it now. Eat it, Steven.
I was thinking, that we could maybe get away before the harvest and like all that, before it all starts getting busy and such, and Cole starts crashing tractors into tractors and such. So like, because once everything starts, we got the wedding, and before you know it, the baby. So like, maybe we can go somewhere. Let's go somewhere like exotic and hot and beautiful and sunny and tropical. Like, I was thinking the Ozarks. Exactly.
Basically, the Hawaii of our area.
So they're like, yeah, I'd be all about going to the Ozarks. We ain't been down there in 3 to 4 years. We used to vacation there all the time before Dad started fucking teenagers in Nashville for our vacations. God, that was fun.
The Ozarks are a special place for us because we used to go down there every summer. God, I used to feed the children fig Newtons while we look at signs of Wayne Newton. Oh my God, we would laugh and laugh and laugh.
We go on the yacht. We go on boats.
And Steven's like, yeah, we'd go on jet skis. Our getaway spot was going down to the Lake of the Ozarks and having a good old time.
All right, so who should we invite on this trip, y'all?
And Allie's like, I'm not going to be there because I can't get off work. And I live like an hour from the city. Oh, wait, I live close to the city, but like I live an hour from here. And so if I like take an hour every time I have to come out here, then I like can't go to the Ozarks anymore. So sorry.
I'm like a city girl. I'm a city girl. I like getting manicures and pedicures. I'm basically a Carrie Bradshaw. Okay, I'm such a city girl.
I'm Carrie Yeehaw. Okay, and I'm not going. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. And but it turns out she has a 5K that she's got to run, which is, people with 5Ks always have a 5K to do when you want to make plans with them. Like, hey, I was thinking like in 9 months from now, we should like, why don't we like go away for the weekend? Sorry, I got a 5K. It's like always got a 5K.
I've never felt more hated. I mean, that somebody hates your ass when they're not going to come to something special because they'd rather run. I mean,
and not even a marathon, just a 5K.
Is that not long? I mean, that sounds long.
It's long. I don't think it's like
means.
marathon long. I think 5K is like relatively doable. That's why people do them so often. It's always a 5K happening.
Oh, okay. So that's like
always.
The WIS version is the 5K.
How many miles is a 5K? 3 miles. Yeah, that's like literally so much shorter because the marathon's like 26 miles and this is 3 miles.
26 miles? That's disgusting. Just fucking chop off your knees already. Just say, I don't care about your knees.
The one thing that's worse than someone saying they have to do a 5K is someone saying they're training for a triathlon. And the one thing that's worse than that is someone saying they've got a marathon. We all know. I know there are marathon runners in the audience, and it's amazing to be able to do it. I can't do it. The problem is that when people are training for a marathon, they just don't stop talking about it. It's like it's everything.
It's like getting married, having a baby, running a marathon, becoming a vegan.
And then the thing is this, after they do a marathon, then they want to do another one like right away. They're like, oh yeah, I actually was just signed up for another marathon in a different city. Like, are you ever going to hang out again? No.
Yeah,
I'm
just
completely
cheat on your
traumatized by
spouse
runners.
behind everybody's back like a normal person. Like we don't need you having secret reasons to get away. Just stop.
So anyway, Allie is not going to this weekend because she has a 5K. And then Jessie is like, yeah, I bet it's something with her friends. Silly woman, she has friends outside this family. She's like, well, it's true. I do have a race and I have friends. City friends.
So Steven Jr. is like, well, that means it's boys weekend for us. Am I right, guys? And they're like, what about Kala? And he goes, well, I'm going to ask Kala. Okay. So he always does that when it's a boys weekend. He invites Kala. And Jesse's like, but you and Kala are just friends still? Are you broken up? Like, what's going on with you two? What is it? Everybody's making fun of Jesse's new teeth on TV. I don't mind Jesse's new teeth. I think he's still real cute. What's wrong with
I never saw his old teeth, so it
nice
doesn't.
new
it works
teeth
for me. Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't
That's
remember
what I
his
say.
old
There's
teeth.
nothing wrong with it. You want new teeth?
All I
Get
have-
them.
Yeah. All I have to say is I was surprised that they did not air for the 20 millionth time this episode Stephen and Kala in their car with him saying, "You are the most pessimistic person about my family I've ever met." If I have to hear that quote one more time, I
He
swear
gets
to
so
God.
angry. He looks just like his dad, except he's all muscular and younger. But it's so fun watching this big hot muscle guy slowly turn into that sick bastard father, and you see it, and he flies off the rage over these. He flies off on a rage over these stupid things.
Well, I don't think it's real. The thing is that Steven is a terrible actor, and he's just really bad at doing his lines. And so he always does. He takes it to a 10 every time, and it's like he's always like, "All right, everyone, we need to get a Starbucks order going because if we're going to be harvesting, we need to be energized. So where is that Starbucks order? Is it ready now?" I'm like, you got to have some modulation in your scenes.
Well, he's got
here.
so much. Like when he gets mad, he does really get that angry look in his face. I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel, but I believe everything. But I don't really feel like he's acting like. Remember when he got his meat truck and he's like, "Look, everybody, I got a meat truck." He's so happy. I don't think that was acting to you.
I feel like every scene where he gets angry, he is acting. Yes, I feel like I feel like I see it. It's like so obvious to me. And I'm not someone who like looks under the hood and tries to find like, I'm never trying to be like, "You're acting. This is fake. This is fake." I like to believe the illusion.
Or is this reality?
I really like to believe the illusion, but he actually makes it hard for me to believe it because I think his acting is so bad. Like every time when he storms into the office, he's like, "We have to talk." I'm like, "Oh God, here he goes again."
The thing about his acting is that his back is so strong. So I forgive it. So Stephen Jr. is going to bring Kala. Oh, so he says that he just nods yes to the question, which was, "Are you guys just friends? Or are you broken up?" And he nods yes. And Christy's like,
Oh, wait, so you both agree with this? You're really broken up? Because if she's not your girlfriend, then why is she going to come?
and he's like, "Well, she wants to hang out with everybody. Who doesn't want to be around a bunch of hillbillies that they hate?" I mean, come on. It's natural.
Yeah. Yeah, she hates them all. She wants to break up with this guy, so naturally she's going to hang out, of course, because she likes TV.
Yeah.
So
And
Christy
Christy's
is
like,
like,
Well, to be honest, after that gender reveal party, I'm just a little. I mean, nobody gets along with Kala. She hates everybody.
"Well, have you seen have you seen this brood on TV?"
this is why I keep on saying, like, you just have to you haven't even started listening to the Bravo audience yet. If you think Kala hates you, listen. Have you seen what people are saying on social media? Do you see what the Bravo audiences are like? Why is this show on our network? It's a fair question. So then Christy is like, she's like, "I don't think it's a good idea for Kala to come." So she's like, "You don't know. You didn't have the darts being shot at you the way I did." And he's like, "Well, don't worry. There won't be any drama at all." Can
Was
you
she
guarantee
mean to
that?
Christy? Was Kala mean to Christy? I don't remember that.
I don't remember. I don't remember seeing that personally. But Kala was a little cold to Christy last week. And
Well, Kala
so
is
maybe
really
that's
bad
why.
at coming into the family and just acting like an asshole. Like she's not.
She is sort
like
of
when she
sucky.
was mad at the girls. I think she had a right to be mad that nobody texted her when her sister died and all that. But then she just walks into the house. She's like, "I brought protein brownies." I mean, there's nothing like saying "fuck you." I guess the first one is saying, "I can't come to your thing because I have a marathon or a 5K." But the second thing is to say protein brownies. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah,
But
there's
then she
something about
doesn't try
Kala
to
that just
talk to
sucks.
anybody. She just kind of comes in and looks at everybody like, "Is anybody going to talk to me?"
she just sucks. And the thing is that like she's probably right about a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, again, the stuff with her sister is terrible, and people were like, this family is like they're just a terrible family. So like they were so obnoxious by not saying anything to her. So she has a right to be mad at them. But just her day to day, like how she interacts with everyone is just sort of bratty and annoying. And I'm just like, ugh,
Yeah.
I would not want her showing up on my vacation either. And honestly, I'd be mad at Steven. Like, why are you bringing this like annoying person in? We already have enough annoying people in this vacation rental. We don't need to have Kala also.
Yeah. So she's like, "Are you going to promise that there ain't going to be drama?" And he's like, "I cannot promise that." And Cole's like, "You all are going to fight all weekend. You're going to be getting dragged back to your room. I just know it's going to happen." And Chrissy's like,
These girls, what they do to my boys.
Yeah. So
she's very
and Christy's like, well,
hashtag boy mom, I think.
yeah, she really is.
Don't you go out there letting one of those girls trick you into getting pregnant. Don't you do that, Stephen. They'll do it
Boys
too.
will be boys. Am I right? I mean, look, they're always getting along really well when they're supposed to be breaking up. So then the breakup never really happens, and we all notice it. You think they'd notice that by now? So now, so they're basically like, yeah, she's gonna come. So now, guess what, everyone? This trip that they're gonna do before harvest, well, I guess it will happen because it's harvest now. So it's the first day of harvest. I'm like, well, I don't know how your pre-harvest trip is gonna work. We're also gonna go right directly to a harvest scene, but that's fine.
Continuity a little off there, guys. So it's the first day of harvest. All right, boys, it's game time. I want your game faces on. I want your best foot forward. I want you to get ready. Let's take this field.
So Jesse's, they got on these combines. They start driving through town with these, to head to the crops. And Jesse's like, yeah, it's like the first day of the harvest is like the opening game to the NFL season. You get jacked up. You're hyped. You've been waiting all year. There's Taylor Swift cheering you on, being like, go harvest, go harvest. Some lady singing the national anthem, not hitting the notes right. We all boo her. Stupid lady, our country songs, okay? I love rolling through town with our combine, but probably not as much as Cole, because Cole is sad and he hasn't had a triumph in 20 years, so this is the best part of his year. And then apparently Cole was the star quarterback.
To his high school days when he was a star quarterback. Oh my God, how small is this town that's your star quarterback?
Cole.
My God.
So then Cole, of course, is like, yeah, rolling through Gallatin on the combine. I feel like a man driving those things. You get in that big equipment and everyone's just looking at you and they're like, get out of your way, and you just feel like, yeah, I'm that dude. I'm like, no, they're not thinking that. They're like, I have to get to CVS and I'm stuck behind a giant ass truck driven by a guy with a small penis who has triumphed in high school and peaked then, and now he's taking a victory lap. Well, I need to get my prescription. That's what they're thinking.
He must not be passing us, because we'd be like, thanks for the global warming, you fucking monster. Would you like to transfer your Ford F-150 on a private plane anywhere? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Literally, anyone who's been stuck behind a tractor never says, wow, look at that man. There's a real man driving that. I want to be him. They're like, get the fuck out of the way. Pull over so those of us who use this road for the way it should be used with cars, not farm vehicles, need to get places.
Yeah. So they're all excited to get to drive these big combines. My favorite sentence is, wow, I really love driving our combines down the street. It says so much about this show. So they're really excited, and they're so, it's like, oh my God, we're going to do it. And we hear bang. And Cole's like, wait, did we hit something? And Jesse's like, we broke something. He's like, God fucking damn it, dude. Dude, are you kidding me? Oh, jeez. We're first fucking day. God damn it. Cole has crashed into another tractor, and he's hurt the nipple. What do they call that thing on the top? We learned the word for it. The gate for the corn gate.
Oh, yeah. It was like the dribble bucket.
The dribble
bucket.
Yeah, the dribble.
Whatever it was called. I don't think it was called the dribble bucket. It was called something. It was
dribble catcher.
It was something.
Dribble sounds
what
familiar.
I just learned that thing is up there? It's called it's called a gender dribble, and you use it to put the powder for a gender reveal. One of those
She was
queer
so
city
excited
things.
over that. I think Tessa was a little coked up or something on that one. She's like, "Oh, have you seen that? The dribble maker."
Dribble maker.
She was real excited about that. So Cole crashes into another tractor, and he's, horrified because it's Cole. And it sucks being the one that always fucks up. That's me in my family. When I fuck something up, my family's like, okay, well, there's no shock. There's no shock there. But so it sucks being that person, but also, maybe stop being the person that fucks up all the time. Cole, you fucking braggart. You probably don't even know how to drive that. Obviously, you don't even know how to drive that thing, sir.
Sir, no. So, yeah, he crashed his tractor on the first day of harvest, no less, you dumb fuck. Wow, who's the man now, combine crasher? So Steven's like, I'm going to get into my SUV because I can't even watch this travesty happening. Because that's classic Cole. He's always complaining. Let him take some power. Let me have some authority. I love my brother. He's a hard worker, but this is exactly why he's not in charge of the farm. Also, our combines were parked at the farm in the first place, so I don't even know why I drove through town. Why are the combines, by the way, why are the combines not at the fields? Why are they why is the garage not where the fields are?
I think they are in the field, right? Because he says, we've got 2 dead combines in the field and a bunch of corn to get cut.
I know, but like, why do they have to drive them through town? Why don't they just have the combines at the field?
Because it's
Shouldn't they live there?
farming day, sir. It's McHarvest. Okay, I don't know. Have you been paying attention? Do you have a calendar that specifies national holidays? Have you not heard?
I just
It
am
is
not
McHarvest.
supporting this at all. Not
So
supporting
Cole's
it.
like, oh, that's the last time we're bringing Steven out on the first day because it's hard to keep working when you got someone in such a bad mood around you. Yeah, Cole, because you fucking crashed the equipment, dipshit.
If you can't drive your combine because Steven is there, that is not, you cannot say it's that you felt the pressure of Steven. Sir, you are a bad combine driver. How do you rear end another tractor, Cole? Why are you tailgating your tractors?
I don't think
You're
he
going
rear-ended
3
it. I
miles
think
per
he-
hour also.
I
Like, it's
think-
not, if you were going 60 miles per hour, I would maybe get it. But you're going 3 miles per hour.
Well, yeah, slow crashes are sadder, right? But he was going, I think, past it and hit the nipple thing on the arm on the roof of the other one, right? I think it was like lowered too far or something. He was probably showing off his dribble nipple or whatever in town. He's like, we're about to pass the express, so I'm gonna really move around this nipple dribbler. And then he hit it on the other tractor, which broke it. I think he was trying to brag. I think that was an extension of his penis in his mind, and he was trying to show it off to the town. He was basically flashing the town with a nipple dribbler, and look what it got him into.
It got him into shit.
Trouble.
I'm gonna
Now
find
you
out what the name
gotta
of that freaking nipple
combine.
dribbler is because it's driving me crazy. I'm trying to find it in our
I
old
like
notes.
nipple dribbler. Personally,
Nipple
I think we should
dribbler?
just keep it that. Nipple
Yeah,
dribbler.
maybe. Nipple
Uh-oh,
dribbler.
something's going on in my neighborhood. There's a lot of notifications in my WhatsApp.
Uh-oh. Did someone crash a combine?
They're probably
Hey,
like, oh,
I've got a notification. A real man's driving through town in a combine, everyone. Get to the sidewalk. Wave at him.
well, yesterday people were sending around pictures of a bobcat, and today there's someone trying to squat in one of the houses. Hi, all. There's a guy. He walked into the driveway and plugged his phone into my power outlet, rang the doorbell, and left after I told him to leave, but cursed as he walked away. Keep an eye out. Is he around right now? I don't see him. Well, here's my address, you guys. Go find him. She's showing pictures of her ring cam, and then this guy's just sitting outside her front door because there's a big problem with squatting around here. Okay? People are just trying to move into your house when you're gone at work. I'm telling you, you want that? You're about to get hit with a nipple dribbler. You better get to someone else's lawn. This is
This just
McHarvest.
in. This just in is not called a nipple dribbler. It's called a dribble door. Dribble door. Not to be confused with Dumbledore. It's a dribble door.
Right there's the dribble door.
So the dribble door is what happened, not the nipple
It's
dribbler.
Dumbledore
But I like
if
the
Harry
I like the
Potter
nipple
took place
dribbler.
at basketball school.
Yes, dribble door.
Okay, so now
That was killing me. That was killing me. I was like, I stepped away from the podcast for a second there because I was like, I need to get to the bottom.
I'm glad you got it, and I'm glad you spelled it out and put it up on the screen for people to see it. That was
did.
really,
And now we're back.
yeah. Now we're back. Educational, y'all.
We have a lot of fun banners here. Look, Whitney Levitt has left the group chat. Look great, by the way. Wrong. It's good times.
Okay, so now we go to Christy and Jesse because Jesse has to get a suit because he's gonna get married. Okay, and they're at a store called State and Liberty. Because what else would it be called? You know,
You know, when I think of high
government,
fashion,
the suit store.
when I think of high fashion, you know what? I want to wear something. I want to get something fashionable, something chic. I'm gonna go to a place called State and Liberty.
Hey, y'all need some shoes because I'm running right down to Freedom and Laces. Y'all need anything?
So Jesse comes out of the fitting room. He's wearing kind of like a very light blazer with just a button down and light pants. And Christy is acting like he just stepped out of Tom Ford's like atelier. She's like, "Oh, Jesse, you look so handsome. Love it." It is like the most casual look, and she's like blown away. She's like, I can't believe it.
You don't even smell like cow dung today, honey. You're really making an effort. And he's like, well, does it make sense for me to wear a bow tie? She's like, well, what does Allie think on that? He's like, I guess we got to call her. So they call Allie, and she's like, "What? I'm busy. I'm working. I'm in the city." I'm like, "Hold on. There's a conked combine passing. Conked combine. Harvest Day. Who fucking cares? This is the city. Get off the road."
Hold on. I'm going to Neiman Marcus because I'm a city girl. Hello, could someone point me to the Neiman Marcus of Kansas City? No?
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm looking for something a little more fashionable. I'm going to be going to Amendment and Filibuster. Thanks.
Hold on, excuse me. I'm typing right now. I couldn't help but wonder, was I at the corner of State and Liberty, or is my Liberty part of the state? Does this make sense? I don't know. I'm a city girl. I can type whatever I want.
Okay, honey, do you want him to wear a bow tie or a regular tie?
And she's like, I mean, I don't care. What do you think, Jesse? And he's like, I want the bolo tie. She goes,
Oh, we discussed this, Jesse. We discussed it.
I feel like I wanted someone to say, did he know that we said bow tie and not bolo tie? Because I don't think bolo was on the table.
he likes enraging Allie because, like, Allie is hard to get a reaction out of. So he's always just saying things to piss off Allie. Like, he's lying in bed, like, well, how come you don't come over here, though? How come you want me to drive over there? How come you won't come here? And now he's just changing it to bolo tie because he knows it's going to piss her off.
He's like, what about this? I was kind of like thinking taking a whole bunch of burnt ends and put them on a kebab stick and then just hanging that from my neck. Does that count as a tie? No, Jesse, I am a city girl. And if you wear burnt ends as your tie, I will divorce you as soon as I marry you.
Yeah. He's like, well, Allie definitely was fancier than me. Like, you know, she wants to do things fancy, but I snuck some things in there. Like, we all get to wear cowboy hats. Thank God.
Wow, he's really going to be a great husband, forcing her to give up the city house and, like, the one day of the year where she gets to do something creative in her life, he's going to, like, push back and wear a cowboy hat. Because, God forbid, he doesn't wear a cowboy hat. It's like, sorry, sir, you wear a cowboy hat every single day of your life. Could you not wear it for one day?
Well,
Actually,
I
it
had a
looks
dream
good on
because,
him.
you know, I love Jesse. Like, I'm in love with him. And so I had this dream one time that I married Jesse and we, you know, it was like 5 years in the future. And Jesse just went, like, because I don't care about my weight is a hilarious thing to say on this podcast because I bitch about it all the time. But, you know, like, I love to eat and I don't really work out or do any of that stuff. And so he started taking my habits and he got real chubby and lost all of his hair. And, like, he had a big bald spot. And it wasn't bad or anything. I mean, he was still cute. But I woke up thinking, God, that's what I'm going to do to a man. I can't wait. You know, just like make them lose all of their discipline and all of that stuff. But it stayed in that dream has stayed in my mind because A, I was happy when I woke up. And also because I think that's why he only wears cowboy hats. What if he's bald under there? Do you
He
think
took
it's like
his cowboy
Burt
hat
Reynolds-ing
off.
it? He did when?
He took his cowboy hat off at some point in the episode, and it looked a little weird. He wasn't balding. He looked like the cowboy hat. Actually, he looks really good in one. So, like,
Yeah,
for all my
good. Marry the
complaints,
man in a cowboy hat. I mean, why the hell not?
For all
You
my
can't marry
complaints,
a
like,
McBee and expect him
I'll-
not to wear a cowboy hat.
I'll allow a cowboy hat, but I don't like how he's acting. Like, it's like also like, can you just try to make your future wife happy if she has a request? Can you like just try to honor it? So then now it's time to litigate one of their pressing issues. He's like, okay, Ma, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I like the gray suit, and then she liked the beige suit. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she's like, actually, I like the gray suit more. Didn't say I was right or anything, just decided that she was the one that liked the gray suit first. I'm like, really? Are you really going to have a pissing match of this gray suit? She changed her mind. She literally said she changed her mind.
They're just like a couple of children, you know? They met when they were little babies, and that's still how they communicate. It's like, I wanted some toast. Why didn't you give me some toast while you were in there? You can get your own toast. Oh, yeah? Come here, let's cuddle. I don't know. It's like their love language is like childish bitching at each other or something. I don't know.
So now they got to figure out the suspenders. So Christy's like, well, what color would you like the suspenders? Jesse was calling it maroon or one of those strange liberal colors, but I think it was something else. And Jesse's like, he's like, well, is it not maroon? Is it not cinnamon? Cinnamon? Get your cinnamon suspenders.
Well, did they show them? Because I feel like they showed something that was kind of a purplish. I mean, at least he was close. I don't know where cinnamon came from. That was far.
I'm not gonna lie. I think at some point during the scene, my eyes transitioned to literally anything else in my room. I think I was maybe on my phone or looking at a pillow or a spider in the corner. I was no longer putting all my senses
Poor Ben.
towards this scene.
Oh, poor guy. So Christy's like,
Well, lately, Allie and Jesse been snapping on each other a bit more, you know. And from my experience, married couples need to sleep in the same bed.
from your experience, your husband is a piece of shit. So let's not bring any of your experience into this, because your husband fucking sucks, man. Your husband went and started fucking one of your friends. Like, he's an awful human being. Now, that said, I think she's right. Like, do you think she's right? I mean, I don't know. Long distance couples work, so her whole thing about
They need to sleep in the same bed because if you're not together, it'll all go downhill from there. These newfangled relationships, I don't get it.
But I don't know. It seems to make sense, but I'm not ever.
I mean,
one, so.
It's like, look, different strokes for different folks, but I just don't understand why you build a whole city house and then you're like, well, I don't want to. We shouldn't be apart. Like, did you guys like test it out? I don't know. I didn't watch season 1, but like, did you guys just test out what it'd be like? Why don't you like rent a place first and see what the long distance thing?
No,
was
it was
like
the same
you built it?
conversation in season 1. It's like, we're building a house. Well, where are we going to live? We're going to live in the city. Well, I got to be at work, but I got to be in the city. That's their whole thing. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work.
Two dumb
You're
people.
geographically, what do you call it? Incompatible.
Incompatible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Allie needs to leave this man. I think that he's just like hot and he's wealthy. And I'm not saying that she's like shallow like that, but she's like, you know what? I hit the jackpot and I'm not sure I'm ready to give that up. But honestly, you probably will want to because he's going to lose both those things very soon.
Well, I hope he gets super upset and calls me because, Jesse, I love you. I love you. Okay. You can wear a bolo tie to bed if you want. I don't care.
So there's more back and forth about this. So the bow tie gets back in the mix. So he's going to wear the bow tie. Cinnamon suspenders are a go. The jacket, yes, but will there be jackets for the groomsmen? No jacket for the groomsmen, right? And he says, no jacket for the groomsmen. She goes, okay. He goes, oh, I was asking, but okay. She goes, oh, no, that's fine. Sweet. The tension is it's through the roof.
Yeah, I like when Allie goes, yeah, if Jesse had his way, we'd probably gotten married out back in the red barn on the farm. But I vetoed that.
Honey, your wedding hasn't happened yet.
Yeah,
it hasn't happened yet. Be careful. It's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. But she made it sound like, God, that idiot would probably want to get married in the barn. And he actually did. It's like, but I vetoed it.
But also at the same time, like, you know who you're marrying too. Like, these guys are obsessed with the farm. And you're like, if he had his way, he'd probably have a wedding on the farm. I mean, he loves that farm. You married a farmer. You're going to marry a farmer. At some point, you also have to acknowledge, like, what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah. Do you think they really work at this farm? Because no one seems competent. They don't see, I don't know if they really work there or if this is just for TV, but they all seem to be like, look at us. We're at a car wash now. They're looking around, waving at people, and they're like, this whole town hates us. Yeah, because you guys are faking it, you know?
Jesse secretly works at like the Scripps Institute in San Diego. He's like, I have no idea what I'm doing here in the Kansas City.
So they talk about living in the city versus living in the country. And he's like, yeah, but, you know, I mean, she'll be going after she gets done with work, and then she goes to CrossFit, and then she gets her nails done, then she gets home at 8, but yells at me if I'm at the farm.
You know those city folk. You know how they act. Classic Allie. So we see a week ago with Jesse and Allie, having that conversation about living in separate houses. And Jesse's like, when I work late at the farm, I just don't feel like driving all the way back to the big city. And she's like, no, I understand. And obviously she doesn't feel like driving up here. Like, there is a world in which maybe you guys get a house that's like maybe in between.
Yeah, it should
Or
suck for you
divorce.
both. Listen, marriage should suck for you both. So you should both be miserable. It's marriage, okay? Get a place halfway. So then we go to Steven Jr. at the office, and Galyna comes in, and he's like, hold on. Cole's FaceTiming me. Now, this may be good news. Hello, Cole. Please, for the love of God, tell me the combine's cutting. Well, I just stuck my wiener in the combine. My wiener is hurting, lost a nut. So.
But at least I lost a nut while everyone in the town was looking at me and seeing that I was a man. And they're like, hey, there's that star quarterback of the football team that had 3 people on it. There he is. And I was like, it's me, everyone. But yeah, we got, it's harvesting. It's harvesting. It's clean as a whistle.
You're saying that it's cutting. It's cutting my wiener. It is cutting my wiener. It hurts. Don't ever try to have a dribble contest with the dribble door.
Oh, yeah, I just love seeing a cut lane. Okay. All right, we'll see you guys. All right, I'm gonna hang up because I have a script here that I memorized and I have to act it out in front of Galyna. Okay. Hey, speaking of which, do you have the loan amount that I need to pay for the Bank of Springfield, Galyna?
I do, yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. Can you give that to me? Because I'll get the check cut. Like the combine is cutting the corn.
Yes, I'm gonna, yes, I texted Georgina through text message, and I'm just gonna get more information on that from Georgina.
Did you say Georgina?
Yeah, Georgina.
Ginger.
Oh,
Ginger.
it's Ginger, the missing chicken.
Yes.
Ginger. I text Ginger. She said, "Bok bok." I'm in stomach of fox. I'm in stomach of fox. So.
Well, you need to get that check cut because that chicken said she's not going to wait a day longer at the Bank of Springfield.
Well, I have another one with them on September 10th. I have meeting with Fox. I'm going to offer mini chicken for loan.
Wait a second. Tomorrow is September 10th.
Is it tomorrow, September 10th?
How's everything going in your world?
Listen, normal. I just want to do business. Just business here, sir.
Listen, I am the leader of this company, and it's fucking weird you not texting our number one chicken at the bank.
I love that there's two Gingers in this show. One's a chicken and one's a bank lady.
I know. I didn't even connect the dots until we got to the scene, and I just started laughing. Chicken fled the coop and became a banker. Like, Chicken now has like a little business suit on.
Ginger chicken want money back.
Oh, I'm bad guy because I gave Chicken a career. Oh, suddenly I'm so bad.
Ginger stole my man. So she's like, don't even worry about that, boss. And Steven's like, it seems like she's drunk. So then she's just doing that creepy laugh. Or she's like, oh, listen to that. Already September 10th.
Only a drunk person doesn't know that September 10th is tomorrow.
So now Steven is in the farmer with he's in the garage with the farmers. And he's like, so I just talked with Galyna in my office. I'm 95% sure she is shit-faced. And Cole's like, what do you mean shit-faced? Like hammered drunk on a Monday at 11:30 in the morning, Cole. What do you think? Shit-faced. Like that time you got put in jail for being drunk at a bar and mom had to come get you out, and she got you out on account that you had a penis. Well, not anymore. That thing got kind of clear-cut by the dribble door.
You know, drunk. Like the time you climbed into that combine and crashed it into the front window of State and Liberty.
Well, forgive me for saying hello. Why you got to be so commanding?
No, she's acting drunk, knowing what she acts. I know what she acts like when she's drunk, because when she's sober, she knows exactly what September 10th is, and she knows who Ginger is. And I think she is shit-faced as of this minute. And hey, guys, I want to find out if that's the fact or if I'm just completely off. So it sounds like our group of menfolk are going to have to go back into that office and see what we can discover.
So he does. He goes to talk to Galyna. She's like, what up? And he's like, well, I don't know how to address this because there's an elephant in the room. Where? Where's elephant? Does Masha own? Because I will kill to show me elephant. I'm not scared
Is elephant
of no
named
fucking
Ginger also?
elephant. You understand? Hee.
Okay, no, it's a pink elephant. Are you drunk right now? Galyna, have you been drinking?
So then we see a flashback. Steven asked Jesse and Cole to go check the office for alcohol. So then we cut back to Galyna. She's like, no.
And Galyna has, well, she's like, no, I have not. But then Steven's like, well, then why was there a cold bottle of wine in your trash? Because, of course, if you were drinking on the job, you're going to bring a bottle of chilled wine into your office, drink it, leave it in the trash, and you'll also have a little bottle of like Nantucket nectars or whatever with like orange juice and vodka in it that you're going to leave half full in the trash too. You won't pour it down any drain.
So they're like, Galyna takes care of herself, though. You know, that's the way to be an alcoholic at work. Like she's not just drinking like little airline bottles out of her backpack, you know? She's like she's got like a little chiller under her desk. She's like, oh, she's doing it right. She's like, they're like, wait a minute, I found a martini glass with a little paper umbrella in it. She's like living it up. They're like, wait a minute, there was a pina colada machine in Galyna's office.
When I was in 8th grade, I took like a little playwriting class or something, and I wrote a play, and like as part of the play, someone was like really upset about something, and they're like, and they were talking about it, like, I was so upset. I went out last night and I got drunk. It's like, well, how much? What did you drink? I had 25 shots of vodka. And the teacher was like, that's a lot, and that's what this scene reminds me of. Like, oh, I am upset. I have bottle of wine in my trash because I am so upset and drinking on job.
Guys, Galyna had all the ingredients for an espresso martini plus 3 espresso beans in her trash can.
She honored the tradition, okay, which is more than we can say for the espresso martinis at Pinky's Lounge in Las Vegas.
Guys, there was a smoker. There was a drink smoker in Galyna's trash can. She was smoking up something called Buzz Buds. So,
guys, she's been drinking on the job. I found a full scorpion bowl, and the center was still on fire with 151 rum.
There was a beer bong in Galyna's trash can. It's like, Jesus. So,
I think she's been drinking.
Guys, I looked in Galyna's trash can. There was a champagne fountain in there, a full champagne fountain.
Well, I looked. Yep, there was an ice luge. It was in the shape of the peacock logo.
It was the ice luge that we were supposed to have in McHarvest. So he's like, have you been drinking? Do not lie to me. Do not lie to me, Galyna. She's like, this is crazy. You stop it. Let me get up from chair. Whoa, Galyna got up from chair. That was hard. He's like, you are not going to drive right now. She goes, no, I'm not driving. I'm done. I'm done with all of this. I'm done with all of this. I'm going to blend something up. Pina or bloody? You prefer?
Don't worry, I am not going to drive. No, seriously, Cole ran over my car with a combine earlier this morning. So
we call it the Karma Combine. So, and he's like, listen, I love you and I care about you, Galyna, and I want to help, but that is not okay. That is not. Only Dad can be drunk at work. Okay. She's like, oh, nothing is okay. None of it is okay. You think it's okay? The fact is screwing, my friend. Do you know how I feel after all of that? It's like a piece of thing. A piece of thing. A piece of garbage. Nobody even knows remotely what I went through. You guys don't know what your dad told me. And, you know, look, you shouldn't be getting drunk at work and messing up and stuff. But these guys are really just letting their dads off with everything. Their dad totally screwed this chick over. Was their dad honest? Yes. I'm going to date other people. But he still led this chick on. And they're just like, what? Why isn't she acting just normal 2 days after work? You guys are lucky that this is all she's doing. I'm saying it again.
Well, but if she were on Below Deck, we'd be like, shut the fuck up and do your job also. Let's be honest.
Well, this isn't Below Deck. This is McBee, where you know Cole's drunk at work if he's ever even really there, or stoned or something. And that dad is such a mess. He's about to go to prison. And you know his ass was drunk all the time at work.
Yeah. It's not Below Deck. It's Below Corn. So Galyna is like, you know, I thought we were going to be, you know, spending rest of lives together, watching chickens not get murdered. I wonder who did that. So
all we wanted was to stay together and watch Ginger grow up to have a good life.
We were so happy we got Ginger into chicken MBA program, and now look to see what happened. She go to Chicken Wharton. But so then Stephen Jr. was like, look, I love my dad as a dad, but as a husband and as a boyfriend, wait, your dad is your husband? No.
Wait, your boyfriend is dad? So you were cheating on him you were cheating on him for me too? What?
What sort of fucked up incestuous family is this? Gay incestuous? No, stop that.
By the way, you just said gay. We're not supposed to say gay. We promised. We promised the mayor, right?
We said, Mayor, we will fix your mansion from Cole's combine accident as long as you never say gay. Actually, I guess the mayor said that to us. So this is his MO, okay? And I'm not just saying that because we're in Missouri. So Steven's like, I came to this conversation pissed off, but as I'm looking at her and I'm seeing her pain in her eyes, I understand that she is a human being and that I am pissed off at a human being, not just a chicken. And she's been through a lot the last few months, and I know a good person. I know what a good person she is and how productive and how valuable she is to our companies. Plus, she knows all where the bodies are buried and the FBI are coming. So, yeah, I'm just going to be nice to her now.
Also, I looked into her eyes, and I'm terrified now. Those are some scary, scary demon eyes. She's just looking back at him like, he. And he's like, okay, well, this is going to fucking change. This is not okay. All right? Now, let me tell you, I should run every AA meeting because people come in there, and I'm going to just tell them right to their face, you better stop this. You better stop it right now.
Yeah, that's what he does. Stop it. He's like, look, the alcohol is not going to help. It's just a Band-Aid on a fucking bullet hole. I'm surprised Tessa did not pop her head and say,
Now, just for the record, I have patched up many a bullet hole with a Band-Aid, so why don't you think about that a little bit more before you say those sort of things?
Where do these things even come from? So then we go over to Cole and Steve and talking about the fields. They've harvested 10, and there's 83 to go. Don't. So they're talking about that. And then they talk about the house getting fucked up by Galyna. And he's like, speaking of Masha and Galyna, what the hell are we going to do with them? And Cole's like, well, I think Masha's made it pretty clear she not go anywhere near Dad and her aren't breaking up. So we want them to be friends. I mean, what's the end goal here? And he's like, well, I guess we just need to make sure they're not threatening to hire hitmen for each other's chickens. Okay, well, that's a good start.
Jesse's like, it's really come to this point, hasn't it? We can't tell if they won't show up, you know? So they're like, Cole's like, yeah, but Masha's going to be so mad at us if we don't tell her. So, well, that's your girl. That's your problem. All right. You know, I never thought I'd be trying to break up a fight between two wild Russian women, especially 40-year-olds that are my dad's girlfriends. But Galyna's got to look at what she's done and make changes.
You just broke a tractor, Cole. Let's not talk about everybody thinking about what they've done right now, okay, sir? So they're going to get these two together, these crazy kids together. And speaking of crazy kids, who's this new lady with a new haircut? New haircut? Who this? It's Brooke.
Yeah. Hey, is that Alanis Morissette with a bob? No, it's Brooke.
It's Brooke. So she meets up with Steven, and he's like, whoa, sorry about the other night, first of all, at that concert or whatever, because when we got in the elevator, I didn't say hello, but I didn't recognize it was you. I mean, who is this lady with new hair? I mean, I love the new hair, by the way.
She's like, oh, it's okay. You know, I mean, it is over between me and your dad. I've been happier than I've ever been. You know a happy person when they get their hair into a pop. And that's just what I've done. That is just what I've done. I got my hair cut down over at Objection and Law, and I decided that I could do better than
They do
your
great
father.
work. Oh, that's funny because I got my hair done. I got my hair done at Fantastic Uncle Sam's. So
Double tax. I got double taxed on that one.
they're like, you know what? You know it'll be fun for the viewing audience. Another scene with someone who has a relationship with my father, but not a scene with my father. Okay, so, like, I mean, how many? I get that Steven Sr. is not on the show, and that's fine. And I get that we have to wrap up some loose ends from last season for the people who watched season 1. But like, there's so much talk about the dad and his relationships and what's going on. You have so many surrogates for the dad. I'm like, I think it's time to start moving on from the dad at this point because
I think
for people
they
like
could
me,
too,
I'm like,
because they already
stop.
wrapped up Brooke last season. They broke up last season. This is nothing new. Like he broke up with her, and she's like,
Well, I'm sorry that you have to deal with someone like Galyna. I'm real sorry for that. Good luck to you. Good luck.
So
it's
Steven's
already wrapped
waxing.
up. I don't know why we need to see Brooke.
Yeah, so Steven's like waxing poetic. He's like, you know, I've always had a certain level of respect for Brooke. I mean, here she is, a woman with long hair who got short hair. That's strong because she had strength to leave and not look back. I wonder if she has the strength to fix a tractor because I think Cole just broke another one. That's what I hear.
And he's like, yeah, I get too caught up in things, sometimes it's 8:30 at night and I'm still talking about what happened that day, like Cole losing his penis to a nibble dripper. But, sometimes I need to solve problems, but sometimes I need to learn that that's a fault. There've been things I've said about Calla whenever we've had fights and things just go downhill so fast.
Especially when you have a combine, his brakes are cut and it's just going downhill very fast. I mean, we really have to get Galyna out of here. We need to fix this Galyna situation. I mean, if she cuts the brake lines on that combine one more time, someone's going to get killed.
Yeah, and Brooke's like, yeah, that's just what happens in these relationships. And you need to realize sometimes that you need to really find a married person that can treat you better. You need to find a person who's in a committed, or you need to find a person who's already in a relationship who will treat you right. That's what you need. That's what I've done. I've found the happiest person in another relationship that I've ever found. It's going to work out great, I'm sure.
She's like, I thought once I turned 40, who wants me? I'm just an old dish rag, right? Just put me out to pasture. Just put me in a cornfield and have that combine run right over me. But it turns out someone did find value in me, and now I do have value. He's like, yeah. Well, I'm starting to see that maybe the McBee men are a little bit of the problem. It's so funny because after season 1, when everyone was watching the show and saying, those McBee men suck, I thought, yeah, I agree. Those women do suck. But then it turns out they were talking about, when they said the man, they meant the man. They weren't just joking and saying the women. It's us. We're the problem. It's me.
So basically that's the scene. Like, who cares? Okay, so then we go to Steven and Galyna. He's checking on her. She's like, I'm just checking on the washers. He's like, well, how are the washers doing? They're going. Are you drunk? No. Okay. You want to go for a drive? I'm going to test you. Okay. Do you want me to say alphabet backwards again? That was a miss. I'm not going to ask you to do that again. Z9 chicken 13 7. All right, let's get in the car.
All right, Galyna, we're going to go to Beverages and More. You can hop in. Oh, I am already in the back seat. All right.
They're going to head over to the lodge. Okay. And you know why? Because Masha's at the lodge right now. She goes, no, she's not. And he's like, whatever you got to say to Masha, we're going to say it, because tomorrow's going to be the first day of us moving forward and putting this shit behind us while Masha's living in your house with wet dog treats. Okay, come on.
Masha's like, at the lodge, she's like, I'm so nervous. My heart is pounding right now, and I just got letter from Harvard Business School saying that we owe $33,000 in tuition for Ginger. And I'm like, what is happening? I thought Ginger is dead.
Okay, well, you're worried to bump into her? Well, this is why this is good, because you guys are going to see each other for the first time right now. It's a controlled environment. Listen, if you can trust anybody to break something up this bad, it's me. I broke a tractor. That was good. It was in a bad situation. Yeah. I broke it.
You lady folk with your lady issues, you can work it out because you're in the presence of men. And men are calm and controlled and aren't emotional. It's a controlled environment. So you can work out your stupid lady issues, and we're going to laugh in your faces, and everything will be fixed.
And Galyna back in the car is like, I brought her here as friend. I invite her for Christmas. I brought her kid presents. I invited her to all outings and travels and things like this. And this is how everybody say, no good deed goes undone. Right? So I trusted someone to at least be, a friend. And he's like, oh, yeah, I think you should tell her that. Tell her that. Just say it candidly. One of the things we have a problem with you, Galyna, is you're just not candid.
She's like, I don't care about candy. I just want alcohol. No, whatever. So he's basically like, we got to get this fixed because she owns the company, or she's the most important person, whatever. So Galyna's like, I have not respect for backstabber, betrayer, snake. I work hard. It's beneath myself to speak to somebody like that. I don't even bother saying, whore, prostitute, slut. How's life in Slutville, you stupid prostitute buttface?
Die in fire, prostitute. So
I do so much for her.
They're trying to hype the girls up. Like, you're the biggest person here. No, you're going to be the big person. So now they both get together and they're like, hello. And then Jesse puts a football helmet on.
He's like, all right, this is Cole speaking. Now, before I bleed out through my penis from the combine incident, I just want you guys to try to talk it out and get it solved, okay? So we're going to just make sure everything goes good, okay? So Masha is like, hello. Well, I stay here to see you. Because Galyna's like, what you doing here? She's like, I stay here to see you. She's like, well, I don't want to see you. She's like, well, then you can go back. Go back where? To wherever you come from. Oh, you go back. Freaking backstabbing prostitute slut bitch.
Okay. Let's just try to figure out a solution here, guys. That's why we're here. Okay, let's try again. Galyna, you go ahead. She's like,
I invited you. You're pretending to be my friend. I invited you here for Christmas. I took you in. I gave your chicken its first calculator, and this is the way you thank me.
like she goes, I took you to dinners because you're nobody. Steven goes, okay, let's be solution oriented here. Okay, let's do that. And Galyna's like, oh, okay, well, I introduced you to everybody. And the next thing, backstab. Oh, my back. My back is stabbed from Masha. And she goes, I'm not sure I backstab. And she goes, are you kidding me? You did not sleep with Steve while I was living here? She's like, oh, first of all, you wanted to date a married guy when you met him. How about that?
She's like, no, I wasn't. Oh, he wasn't married by then? No, he actually lives separate, separate. I mean, like same bed as wife and married in the same house, but separate technically.
She would make toast in different room than him. And she's like, oh, so you live separate or was divorced? And she goes, he did not tell me. And so Cole's like, Steve has a person he wants living here. So we just need to all move on from the situation. Do we understand this?
No, I don't. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I just want to say, I did not kill your chickens. Oh, yes, you did. I cannot see them. I cannot find them. I'm assuming it was you because it was only you who was capable of this stuff. I mean, do you live in your own world?
Do you live in your horror world? Is that where you live? Horror worlds?
Horror World. I love the idea that this place is called Horror World. Come to Horror World for all your horror needs.
All your horror needs. Today, 2 for 1. High heels made out of clear plastic. You can see clear right through them. Don't get your fingerprints on them, you dumb whore. 50% off.
Look for us round the corner from State and Liberty and just down the street from Objection and Law.
Objection.
Your neighborhood hairstylist.
We brought objection into it. So Masha's like, this is not going to go anywhere. She's not right mind. I mean, you need to see a specialist. She goes, I don't need to have you tell me what I need to do. Horsealist. Okay, you need to see a horsealist.
Okay, I'm so damn tired of dealing with relationships that are not mine in a business where we are struggling every single day to make. We are $7 million trillion in debt.
Prostitute.
Okay, and all I want. All right. All I want. Oh, okay. I just want Galyna to be okay.
You have a vagina in your armpit.
All right, both of you.
Has anybody ever told you? I look at your armpit, I see vagina there. How about you stick penises in that armpit hole?
All right, Cole, could you jump in here? All right, I'm Cole here. I was a star quarterback and 15 years ago. You can act like this here, not like this. Don't act like anything affect anything come the other day, because this better be not another blackout day, because there better be not on top of that situation. I've lost a lot of blood. I gotta say, do we have a hospital in this town? Come on.
Cole, business never went off track, so I guess I'm confused about that. When did business go off track? There's no business off track. And so then we see flashback to 3 days ago when she was drinking at work. And she's like, okay, well, this conversation with Masha made me realize she definitely has no intention to apologize. So she has no remorse. So enjoy wet dog treats, because I still have key. I have key and I have crowbar. And this is all Galyna need.
So they're like, okay, well, that didn't go so well. So then Steven takes Galyna back to the office. And then Jesse and Steven just sit down and make a sandwich. So then that's great. So they're like, well, that was pointless. And Cole's like, yeah, there was nothing that got accomplished. Galyna, what's going on with her, man? This got to end. Like, I mean, if she can't move on with this situation and put the business first, then she has got to go.
Yeah, but we need her. We need her in this business. And Jesse's like, do you think that, just because you knew her before and how she was before, that's kind of clouding your judgment on how she is now? I mean, is she a bow tie or is she a bolo tie? Don't think about it before you answer. Think about it before you answer.
Hey, okay, I thought about it. Are we open to an ascot? No. As easy as it is to say, just cut her off and get rid of her, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that, well, We need her. She knows a lot of shit about our companies that we're running perfectly legally.
Ascot sounds pretty homosexual. That's pretty homosexual.
Why would they name a tie about getting into a car and having your ass grabbed?
What do we do about Galyna? What do we do? And Cole's like, well, I can tell you what would happen if I was in charge. There'd be consequences. You would have been fired 10 years ago, Cole. Get the fuck out of here. You would have at least been fired this episode for that tractor bullshit. So he's like,
Yeah,
you
there
tell her
would
we
be-
see changes or she's out of here.
Yeah. And I'm watching, I'm like, woo, okay. So the cliffhanger is, what are they going to do about Galyna? But just kidding. The show continues on. So now we go to Kansas City, big city, where Allie's there, going to swanky parties, doing city things, shopping. But it's not an Allie scene. It's Steven. And Steven and Kala, they sit outside a restaurant. And Steven's like, wow, Kala, that's the most Western thing you've ever worn. I love it. And she's like, yeah, wow, you're pulling the chair out for me and everything. You would think this is a date. It's funny because we're like not together right now, right? Right, America?
He's like, yeah, she doesn't have an apartment in Dallas yet, so now she's in a condo in Kansas City. So he's like, it's such a nice day. I actually took both dogs up on the farm. We were playing with the chickens. Too soon,
Ginger?
Steven. Too soon.
I know. Stop mentioning that. Like, we're still mourning over here.
Yeah, so they get
nicest chicken of all.
some skinny margs, and he's going to help her with her Dallas apartment because she's like, yeah, Dallas apartment is like so expensive. Get a fucking job, Kala. You're not married to this man. What the hell?
Yeah.
Why does he have to pay for everything? She's like, well, because I thought I was going to live with him, so now he has to pay for my apartment. No.
Yeah.
No,
Drive Uber. Okay.
Yeah.
It's called work at McDonald's, work anywhere. Okay. Don't
Yeah.
have this man fund your apartment, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's like, well, at this point, I put 3 years of my life into living in Gallatin. I saw your tweet where she said she put 3 years of her life living in Gallatin. I feel like I put 4 into watching this show.
No, I was like, she put 3 years into Gallatin. I put 4 hours into watching this show, and I have it worse. So, so she's like, look, I think I deserve something. Yeah, you deserve a medal for biggest dummy. Like, she's like, you deserve nothing for your choices. Okay, you put in your time, you got life experience out of it. You moved to Dallas, knock on Leon Locken's door. I'm sure she has a spare bed in there, and just start a new life.
But I'm confused because I didn't think she was living in Gallatin this whole time. She hasn't been living in Gallatin for 3 years because the whole first year she kept coming up to visit, and they would only get each other for like a weekend at a time, and that was the big plot line. Like, is she ever going to move here? So she hasn't been here for 3 years. She's crazy.
She's crazy. She's full of it. Stupid Kala. So
Fucking
then,
lying Cal. I think she got rid of her apartment fairly recently to make a go of it, but it's not like it wasn't 3 years.
I don't want to hear it, Kala.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
Okay,
Yeah.
because you had you were given an exit path, and you come crawling back. Get a job. Get out of this place. Don't complain about Gallatin and then come back to it, because that's
Also,
right
this
now.
is-
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Also, it's the person that we're all friends with in our girlfriend groups that's like, oh my God, you guys, we all need to have a night because I'm totally breaking up with him. Girl power. And you're all like buying Cosmos for each other. And you're like, we're girls. And Ronnie's kind of one. So yay. And we're like, don't ever go back to him, girl. Like that friend who's like, don't you ever go back to that loser. And here's what we need to make sure that he ain't paying for your apartment because that needs to just be you. She's like, yeah, girl power. And then literally the next day, will you pay for my apartment still?
Yeah.
We're gonna
No, this
still be
I said the
together.
exact same thing last week. I was
Oh, you
like,
did?
she's one who makes you, yeah, because it's so obvious. I'm not saying
Yeah.
your point is. I'm saying like
No, no,
she's
no, of
so
course, I mean,
one
yeah, of
note. Like she is that person where then you get excited that you get your friend back, and you take her out, you do this whole thing, and you like fuck Steven, yeah, cheers to Steven, fuck him, rearview mirror. And then next day, like, says Steven and I are back together, but I think he's really gonna change this. You're like, oh fuck this girl, honestly.
Yeah. So he's like, well, I've been dealing with the Russians, And she's like, I mean, those women are both fucking psychotic. And he's like, yeah, my mom is actually going to put together a family trip to the Ozarks, and a lot of us are going out there, even Uncle Jimmy and Aunt Darla. So
Uncle Jimmy and Aunt
huge
Darla.
the big trip, Uncle Jimmy, Aunt Darla, life of the party. You want to come? You have any interest?
She's like, well, As long as you think that it'll be okay, did your family even say anything about me coming? Did your mom invite me? He's like, yeah, they asked me. It just makes me a little nervous. I don't want any drama to happen. If I get down there and people are being assholes to me, I'm leaving and then coming back right away.
To be on television. He's like, well, I'll make sure there's no drama. She goes, well, it does sound fun. Like getting away would be really nice. And I would love to hang out with everyone. Those fucking hillbilly fucks, fat, stupid hillbilly fucks.
What is she getting away from? Because as far as we can tell, she refuses to get away from Steven. And as far as we can also tell, she has no job. So I don't know what she's trying to get away from because she's been partying as far as we can see.
Yeah. She's trying to get away from that friend. Like, are you back together with him yet?
So she's like, are you gonna let loose a little bit? He's like, we'll see, probably. I might even say the gay word. I mean the G word. I mean the pretend I never said anything. So then he pays for dinner. And the producer's like, honestly, Steven, are you and Calla sleeping together still? He's like,
The huzz are all dots.
yeah.
So then back at the condo, he's packing his guitar. Oh God, Steven, please don't say you're that fucking guy at the party who's like whipping out the guitar. Oh God.
Just let Donny Osmond do what Donny Osmond does. Don't bring your guitar too.
Please don't, because he only knows a G, and he's trying to sing every song in one chord. Like, Steven, stop. Stop.
So the family's going down to Lake of the Ozarks, and this is where we used to have a house. We used to all go to summer long and hang out, and there were so many good times and so many good memories. I can't wait to have Calla see it for the first time. This is going to be a fun few days.
So they go down there, and everyone's expecting a fight. So let's see what happens. 24 hours later, partying. Casey and Cole are fighting. Calla's fighting with Cole. Steven Jr. is fighting with Calla. Calla's leaving. To be continued.
My question is, did they invite Tessa down to the Ozarks? Because she's the one who deserves a break. She's the one in that garage inspecting dribble doors and doing Word documents and flyers and sticking them up everywhere. She's the one who needs a little time at the wing.
Tessa, let me tell you something.
Buffet.
You're a lot of things in this family, but one thing you aren't is blood. You ain't coming to the Ozarks.
She sure ain't.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for being with us. We will talk to you the next time. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.